This video starts much like any other video. A shot of the front, a shot of the rear, then a shot of the clouds, and then me looking all forlorn. Well, so far this car as a daily driver has kind of worked, and in other ways it hasn't. I chickened out. I chickened out last night when it came to leaving it outside the house. Partly because somebody else was parked outside the house and I couldn't see it from the window, and the other part was I just chickened out. I'm just a coward. Let's continue by looking at some green paint. Not particularly nice or shiny green paint, but it is green paint. Look! This Sunday is the first time Toby Charles will be going to a car show meetup, classic car show meetup thing. Certainly in my ownership. More than that though, this will be the first time I've ever taken a car to a car show that isn't Nigel. It's a rather exciting moment for us, isn't it, Toby? Eh? But that bonnet still looks awful. It's just a slightly hazy bonnet. Really, does it matter? Does it matter? Yes, does matter!
So rather than sat there twiddling your beard, why don't you get on with it?
Sunday is the day, Sunday morning. No time for messing about with that then. Today is Friday at 12 o'clock. Tomorrow I'll be off for reasons you won't be particularly interested in. So that means that anything that I want to do on this car I must do today. Now, I don't want to bore you with another detailing video because it's not like I've got anything that amazing to offer anyway. But what I will do is just quickly do it and then move on to something else. So let's have some before shots, shall we? As hazy as Michael Jackson's memory. I'm at the Ellen Road Classic Car Show, and this is the car park. The car park for cars that aren't in the show. And there's Eric. I was supposed to be taking my Tourer. Toby Charles' first ever car show, and he didn't even turn up. He's still working, but I've lost the keys for the lockup. So I've turned up in the wrong car and had to pay to get in. But at least I got here. The continuing story of using Toby Charles as my everyday car. So to recap over the past 10 minutes or week or whichever one it happens to be, this car has failed to go to a car show, but it has been used as my everyday family car for the past 3 days now. I've left Eric with a diesel at work, which has been interesting and a curious choice in some ways because Eric's air conditioning does work great and it's been rather warm. Air conditioning aside, that's not the only thing that Eric has over this, and that is fuel economy. It's not been quite as good as I was hoping for, to be honest. That it doesn't run exactly as smoothly as it should. It does idle a little bit bumpy. It does smell ever so slightly petrol, which means that something needs adjustment somewhere. But anyway, besides that, it has been used as a family car, which works, although I enjoy driving it more by myself. It's also been used for shopping, which obviously works. The boot is perfectly adequate to buy about £30 worth of shopping from Aldi. MG3, loosely related to this car, very loosely. Looks a bit like a Fiat Punto to me. So, Toby Charles, what can we do today as a family? A small family, a family of 2 individuals, you and me. What can we do? What? How about I take dear Toby Charles on a little trip to go and look at some seats for Eric? Eric is my daily car, and it's worthwhile making the daily car as nice and as comfortable and as likeable as you can get. That's my idea on it anyway. It's a cross between all of those things and as unprecious and carefree as you can possibly get. But one thing that would improve that car vastly would be nicer seats and even possibly a nicer carpet. Onto the motorway at 40 miles per hour. So you might be wondering why new seats for Eric is relevant to this video about Toby Charles as a daily user. Well, it's simple. This is the only car that I have that would fit all of the seats in. So it's not just a car, it's a van. As you can see, Toby Charles is doing his job well as a van. That's a complete set of Rover 25 seats in black leather in the back of here, with space to spare for something else that I didn't actually acquire. It's going to rain again, isn't it? I did get rained on before. As soon as I got here, the rain shipped itself all over me. Like one of those drunken people hurling themselves in front of a car on a drunk Saturday afternoon with a kebab inside them. And I managed to do a cut. Oh, yeah. You wouldn't think it, would you? Just taking seats out, you get yourself a big cut on your finger. Bled loads. It was brilliant. I'm suddenly reminded of the Rover advert where they said on the relax, it's a Rover, and it featured one of these, a Tourer. The first thing they did was crash it into something, damage it. What kind of advertisement is that? I was correct. That's definitely raining. Look how lovely that beading is on the bonnet though. Worth it just for that. Considering how much rain there is, there's not a massive distance between that truck there and that Focus in front. I've had to put a proper plaster on it because there's glass stuck in there, and that will help pull the glass out, I believe. You shouldn't really be cutting your fingers removing seats, but I managed it. Time to make room for the seats. They shall temporarily live here. Honestly, I don't intend them being here for very long, so it doesn't really matter. Toby Charles. Toby Charles is full up, being admired by Johnny there. Johnny wants this car, but he can't have it. He's got nothing. He's got nothing I want. There, as we can see, this does work quite well as a van. These seats will be going in Eric in a different video, so you don't need to carry on watching this, and I may as well stop now and do something else. Yes, I actually am proper dailying it. This started off as something that was not really happening, didn't it? Of me using it a little bit to go somewhere that I wanted to go to, and now suddenly I am using this car to take home and to go and do things, to use as a van, to use as somewhere to. No, I'm not going to eat in it though. I don't eat in my cars, except for the ones I don't like. Now the last job of the day for this car is going to be going to the garden centre, to Gordon Rig Garden Centre, to get some fishy things. Toby Charles on a little trip to see Eric.